While not as mysterious as its contemporary, the power-packed Chimera Rapid is so much more than your average ordinary SMG. Let's peel back the layers and find out what this little monster is all about. Let's talk about the Chimera Rapid. At first glance, grouping it with the Hochland stable of guns makes sense, with its brown and teal mass-produced uniform design. But when you put it up against a member of that family, you can see the color palette isn't identical, just very similar. On top of that, every Hochland-made item in Sulfur has mention of its ever-so-humble company in its description. The real-life inspiration is given away the moment you pull out the Chimera Rapid for the first time, or any time after you finish an entire clip. That firm loving given to the top of the gun is the signature HK slap, most famously used before firing the Heckler & Koch submachine gun, the MP5. It's not just because she's a dirty girl, but it's a recommended technique when reloading HK guns with full magazines. The force from the slap pushes the bolt forward and helps to get the mag in place. Already hitting maximum style points? I see you, Chimera Rapid. As far as the name goes, I mostly just figured Blackwater, Chimera Rapid, both liquidy, makes sense to pair them up. Unfortunately, the shockingly simple description doesn't give us much to go off of. Unique SMG with semi-meaningful mantle blowback. Wow, thank you so much for the semi-meaningful description, Perfect Random. If you think you're starting to understand the Chimera Rapid, guess again, bucko. Just like the Blackwater, you gotta hear it from the creator himself to really believe how this gun came to be. But don't worry, bud, I got you. I gotta say, I love the Chimera Rapid. It's a very strong gun. It's a preference gun, and like some people like it, other people don't, but I kind of like that about that. Whereas in contrast, the Blackwater, if you like revolvers, you're gonna like the Blackwater. It doesn't seem like it's a reference to anything other than maybe Rapids being tied to water, the Blackwater, but the only thing I could see a reference it possibly being to is the Hochland Salesman and the Hochland team. Am I correct? Is it supposed to be like a sibling gun to stuff like the Corpse and the Gravekeeper?
You're kind of right with that a little bit. I tried to make something that looks like it's branded a little with all the hexagons and like the flower shape kind of thing. Yeah, like that. Like that's sort of meant to be like a brand, like a made up brand.
Could this essentially start a new rival gun company to the Hochland company in Sulfur lore?
It could, but nah. I haven't made any designs similar.
Might be time to start, you know? Put your foot in the lore door. Now, I think I know what the design of the gun is supposed to be as in terms of real-life gun. I
feel like it's pretty on the nose.
Well, it looks like it's either an MP5 or an AK-74U or both of them combined, maybe a little bit, but more MP5.
Well, when I think of a submachine gun, I think of an MP5 or something along those lines. It's most similar to the MP5, but it's not perfect. That would be its closest relative. This is pretty much just the, okay, let's make a cursed idea. Make the mantle go back like a pistol. This is like the first basis of it to see what moves. So green moves and the red stays fixed, obviously. That's the idea behind it. And then this was the very, very first one.
I like that color scheme. I'm not going to lie. I know that's like the template color. R2-D2. No way. What? What?
It was because when I was talking design with Sklet, he wanted what do you call it, machining, like when metal has like engravings and stuff, kind of like this. He was talking about how the Death Star and like models in Star Wars have like machining, like little stuff like that. So I used that color as just a basis at first. It was originally 9mm. That's why the mag here is tiny. This is the first edition, I guess, first final one. Got a higher caliber, so bigger mag. And then I added all this machining on it and the branding type thing. So this is this version over here because I really wanted to incorporate the HK slap. You need attachments on it, and I didn't want the attachments to go back and forth, pretty much smack you in the eye as the player because of the blowback.
And someone would say something. Someone always says something. Yeah. They're like, well, this doesn't make sense, but it's like...
Oh, yeah. That's always running through my mind with these designs.
Well, I think you do a good job covering the bases, but at the same time, I wouldn't go too hard on yourself because, like, it's the same thing as like a movie. You have to take logic and fun and balance it.
Exactly. I don't want to just make a gun where you just throw the bullet, like a handgun. That's actually your hand. That's a bit too out there. I want it to be somewhat based.
Wait, a handgun that's a hand that throws the bullet is kind of cool, though. Like, it doesn't belong in Sulfur, but it's kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, this railing is based on the railing of other submachine guns. Slight little change, and this change was because of attachments and stuff. This is the telling them that needs the HK slab to reload, and just simple stuff like that, attachments, stuff getting moved, and the railing.
I think this is the gun nuts cursed gun, if that makes sense. Like a normal person watching it isn't going to be like, well, that doesn't look right. But if you know a lot about guns, you're like, wait, that's hilarious. Now, did you come up with a name for it?
No, that was Split.
And was that the case for the Blackwater as well?
No, the Blackwater was me.
Okay. So wait, so he came up with the Chimera Rapid, and were you about to say you know where he got it from?
Yep.
Oh, where?
From Chimera, the animal, like the mythological animal.
He just likes chimeras?
Well, because the Chimera is a hybrid between a lion, I think, a goat, and a snake. The Chimera, the gun, is a hybrid between a pistol and a submachine gun.
Oh, okay. See, now I just sounded so rude the way I said it. What, he just likes chimeras? Like, for some reason I was thinking like, was it Napoleon Dynamite where he's going on about ligers? Like, that's where my brain went. I was like, oh, he just loves chimeras, dude.
He probably does like them too.
I was going to say, I would do that shit. I would name a gun like the orangutan gun or some shit. Because I love great apes. Having been released alongside the Blackwater and the Telia support update, the Chimera Rapid is the 4th SMG to be added to Sulfur after the launch of Early Access, bringing the total up to 9 in the roster. Don't you dare add another one for at least a month. I beg of you. Do what you do best and add another pistol or something. You've only got 14 of those. We got us a strong roster of SMGs, but where does the Chimera fall on the food chain? Well, if we're actually planning on eating any of these guns, the Chimera is in trouble at 8th place for durability. Although I'd argue it's not too much of a hindrance for other statistical reasons. That's why we're moving on to damage, where the Chimera Rapid does have a 10% bonus. Not high enough to get past the Valet's additional 20% or the Ferryman's ridiculous 50% increased damage bonus, but hey, sharing 3rd place with the Termite ain't that bad. As for RPM, we're sitting right in the middle of the pack at 5th place. Medium in the middle, just how the sidekicks liked it. For magazine size, we're looking at 6th place, but still only 2 bullets less than the Valet, so it's not really a wild drop in quantity. Also, none of these other guns get the slap after reloading, so who cares anyways? At its default chisel of 5.56, the Chimera is in a 4-way tie for 2nd place in recoil, only being beaten out by the Termite base 9mm recoil level of 1. And finally, with a spread of 3, it's not surprising to see it in 6th place, tied with the Drifter 9. Sitting comfortably in the upper middle class of Sulfur SMGs, you're in a perfect position to build in any way you see fit. The sky's the limit, and this mythical beast was born to fly. The Chimera Rapid is anything but basic.
자, 주목! 이건 MP5 기관 난총입니다.
When I see an MP5, even one as wacky as this, I immediately think of a stealthy action set piece. So we're going dark for this build, Bravo 6-7. Oh, you just lost half of the viewers doing that one, bud.
Game's over for you, mate.
Oh, that stinks. An obvious starting point would be a silencer, and I don't think anything fits the vibe better than the aftermarket Hochland silencer. The color is perfect, and the fact that it's essentially a knockoff of a Hochland product makes it even better. I'll be the first to praise the base kit Chimera Rapid, but the spread issues are noticeable. Don't get confused here, but let's give Lost in Focus a shot. The 30% increased ammo consume chance is a bit bit concerning, but chopping off 2 spread is massive. Are you still with me after that move? Great. Let's correct by getting closer. To the gun, you freak. The HK slap is satisfying, so why not do it 50% more of the time with main focus oil? All we gotta do is sacrifice money drops, but Cashola's not nearly as lucrative as selling the loot that we find. I'm just realizing how similar the names of those 2 oils are. I mean, I could go back and record something clever about that, but Then I would probably have to sacrifice the bit about getting closer to the gun. And, you know, I don't want to do that. Sacrifice. That sounds great for the build. Now this scroll doubles your damage, and it can fucking kill you. Nah, we're not actually gonna do that. Instead, we'll ride off the no money drops effect and slap on one of the best oils in the game. Ascetic oil and its plus 30 flat damage is gonna give us another nudge into unstoppable mob slaughter. Quietly though, remember? Let's watch our mouths and contain the force of our volume. Yeah, that made no sense. Contained Force is an oil that takes a meager 10% durability to give 45% less recoil. That's pretty great, don't you think? Now you're probably like, why'd we do that? The recoil's already easy to control with the default RPM. Well, nobody's saying you're a mind reader. If you were, you'd know the number I'm thinking of is 762. Chiseling it to such a caliber makes our damage go from 118 to 140. Woo, doggy, I like that. So much for the volume. That was not Contained Force. Normally, this is where we'd play Slow Punch versus Glass Cannon, but I'm feeling a bit funky and want to add to the 25% increased chance from aiming down sights we got from the aftermarket Hochland silencer, so we're gonna slot in Puncture Oil for the last enchantment slot, giving us 15% more ADS crit chance at the cost of organs not dropping. Big whoop. You know damn well I'm a man who loves to see the funny numbers go higher and higher. But for once I won't be slapping the compact sight on this beast. Instead, I went with the reflex sight, which gives us a 5% less crit chance, but will make for more comfortable close range engagements. Finally, let's throw on the old insurance and a laser sight. If you were to use one of your many gold laser sights you're sitting on, you can get the ADS crit chance all the way up to plus 75%. I'm just a broke boy, so I'm gonna have to settle with being in the limelight. The laser limelight. I mean, it gives the standard plus 50% accuracy when moving, but has an added bonus of plus 2 charisma, which is minuscule, but I thought the color looked nice on this build. No matter how you choose to wield this silent killer, whether you're zipping around and spraying into people's faces, or stalking around corners, you should always have the upper hand, with each shot having a chance to deal up to 280 damage. Plus, it sounds sick with the silencer. God, I love the noises in this game. I don't just love the noises, I love everything about Sulfur. From the goofy-ass enemies showing me their butts, to Script's cheese empire. But most of all, I love the guns, and the Chimera Rapid is one of those. Not only that, but its design makes it stand out from the others, despite looking like a gun anyone could pick up at the Walgreens a mile from the church. It's a love letter to the creativity that goes into real-world guns. It's the Chimera Rapid. I won't lie to you, I'm not surprised the sibling to the centerpiece for the last showcase won out for this video. Donquad even mentioned I may have unintentionally planted a seed in the Blackwater interview. But trust that I would go to hell and back for any one of these guns. You could even valet me as my star and witness. Well, we might need an arbiter too. While I think about that, I'd like you to think about what gun you'd like me to cover next, because whatever gun gets the most comments on this video will be the center of the next Sulfur showcase. It's up to you, Chat Pardor 90. I mean, chat. It's up to you. It's up to you, chat. Enough fooling around. We can do that in a moment with the help of Kevin's build helper, but for now, we gotta thank the members, because they deserve the love for giving some extra support to my family and I every month, even though they don't have to do that. They're doing it anyways, and Golly, dude, look at these guys. All of them. Amazing. Hey, that includes the one-year members. Thank you, dudes. You guys are crazy for that. And of course, the homie pluses, like Anton Stills, C4 Medic 4, Wicked Wicker, KT Monkey, Bronco Teklinski, and Lonely Purple Zealot. Where you going, partner? We still gotta thank the homie Golds. I'm willing to make my throat hurt for them, and that did wait. Now, you shouldn't pair that with the next guy, Slick Willie 988, but I was more so saying, oh no, the guy after that is Dookie Booty. Both of those, my throat doesn't hurt for... Yeah, it was because I was doing the deep voice. But I only did that to impress Joe Winkler 3469 and Uncle Cantaloupe. All of these homies and their support are not only getting them some good karma points, but also access to the full interviews that I do for these showcases. I told y'all I'd find a way to start padding the members-only video catalog. Kevin's build helper, always a delight. We're going to see what kind of random build we can get going for the Chimera Rapid, and how the last time that Blackwater build was kind of nuts, and I'm scared. So we're going to do that. We're going to do attachments. You know, once again, this doesn't look that bad. I mean, it looks like we'll do damage. So, okay. Competition's getting stiff between me and the randomizer bot. Alright, let's see what this thing has to do with its twin here. I mean, I'm scared this is going to be pretty decent. Gotta get the slap it. Nice. I guess I shouldn't be scared. You know, like, random chance, dude. That's what we're doing. We're RNGing even with the end builds. I mean, yeah, this is very clearly a comfortable build. I'm not sure if I agree with nerfing the reload speed. Unless you really get, like, a slow, like, slap. If you're into, like, a slow slap, you might like this. Look at this. Oh, wait. I gotta empty the... Dude... We just spent, like, a whole week with this gun. Let's see. It's a little bit slower. It's a little bit slower, dude. I don't know. I kind of like to live in the fast lane. Not to talk any crap here, but what do you think? Do you think that maybe that I'm losing to the bot? Do you think Kevin's build helpers making better guns than me? I mean, you can't make a better sulfur video than me. Unless he, like, makes an AI. Don't do that. Vern Carson, don't you dare make a damn AI to make better sulfur videos than me. I know you've got what it takes. Doesn't mean you should do it. All right? Because then you're part of the bad guys. And you're a good guy. Still going, huh? Okay.